Hey guys, what's up today? It's the Mad Bardis, and you're in the middle of the woods. This is an awesome place to be. Hello. I think in a time like this, being in the woods is a great place to be because you can be alone with the birds and beyond all the politics and all the stuff that humans have to deal with. It's great. So, I actually wanted to come to you guys today about a little story about a house spirit I had. I have some evidence, or as you could say, a theory with an object about a spirit. So, here's the deal. About 4 to 5 years ago, I was through my house, and for like a good 2 to 3 hours, every single part of the house got like a Victorian dark gray black energy to it, a very goth Victorian house energy. And I saw it everywhere. It did not happen again, though, after that. The thing is that, well, I keep getting a presence, or multiple presences when, after the fact. Recently, those presences, one presence has been very strong. You see, there's this, presence that keeps, so when I go to sleep at night, this spirit, and I've got a little thing here. So this is a bug thing. It's just, it sounds like a fucking engine. Anyway, this spirit, he keeps just sort of like standing one side of my room for like 3 hours. And I would just stare at him, and he wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't be able to tell who or what he was. Recently, some developments happened. Well, first of all, my house has been failing miserably. So my parents' house, which I'm staying in recently, listen, it was built in the 1950s. It shouldn't have the problems it has, in my opinion. It's had many families living there. It's had like a family of like 11 kids, and it's had all kinds of people. However, oh my gosh, like during the last week, literally, we had a pipe leak. We had a severe pipe leak. We had an outage. We had several outages. Actually, we had something fall down. The thing is falling apart. And it's weird to me because the spirit whom I'm speaking of, they have been very present recently. Yesterday, last night, shortly before a part of the house went out, a part of the power in the house went out, the spirit became very clear. Now, the spirit would come, as I said, only in part of my room. They wouldn't move to the other part. They wouldn't move towards the hallway. So my room, like basically over here on one side, like would be closer to the outside of the house, and then the other part would be closer to the hallway in the other rooms, like closer to the inside. He would not go closer to the inside. Last night, he decided to kind of step towards the hallway slightly as I was sitting at my desk. And he said, "I can tell you something if you want, but not much." So I wrote down a bunch of notes in my laptop about all the things he told me. He told me he was 5'10", he was originally from New Jersey, he was staying with his aunt and 2 cousins. He had been staying with his aunt and 2 cousins. He wouldn't say when, but he definitely said it was before 1940. I don't know why he said that, but he did. He was maybe kind of cute. Couldn't really tell. He had wanted to stay vague until now, but he trusted me. Something else that was more. Oh, he had scars on him. He had a scar on his left leg and his face. And then, more importantly, he said he got strangled by something like a black tie. By somebody else. He got killed. And he couldn't remember if it was either in the basement of our house or if it was outside of our house. But he couldn't remember. That's what he said. Long story short, he told me a lot of details for the first time in years, and I know he has been the one that has been following me around and haunting me for years now. And I just think this is interesting. I think spirits genuinely understand when you're ready, or they understand when they're ready. I genuinely believe that spirits are very confused and indecisive during the first God knows how many decades when they're ghosts, because they live a long time. Well, they're around a long time as spirits. So it's insane to think that they would trust a living being to begin with, but I did. There's something I want to show you guys also after this little escapade. Look at this guy. You see the details? Look at the details. They're beautiful, right? But, like, what century do you think this is from? Maybe, like, the 19th century, early 20th at most. Yeah, I would say so. It's got something on it there, but otherwise, it's in perfect condition for the most part. The thing is that I found it, so when I was dealing with the drain in the boiler room, in the basement, next to the basement, I found this guy in a pile of, I think, soil bags or something, like, because my parents will collect the bags to feed the soil around the house, and I will help them do it, obviously, but the ones they picked out were in a pile in the boiler room on the side, and I was trying to find the hose or some other item, whatever, and then this just slipped out. Now, I showed Mom this, and she said she didn't recognize it. I showed my father this, he said he didn't recognize it. So that's very interesting to me. I don't know if the ghost whom I am speaking of has something to do with this. Could be. But I love this thing, honestly. I think it held like a mirror or like a portrait, but, well, that is my point for this video, is that so. I think the spirit was trying to communicate through me through this. And this, I found this shortly before he decided to open up to me, which I think is a big deal. So this guy is important. So next time, guys, if you find an object in your house that looks really old and nobody recognizes, get ready, there might be a ghost. Actually, no, I'm completely serious. If you're somebody that is interested in spirit connection, I suggest to pay attention to this sort of thing, because it could be very important. And one more thing, be patient with these spirits. Spirits take a long time to come around. Whether it's through a trust problem, or it's through their confusion and they don't know what's going on, or both, I'm not really sure, but either way, make sure you know. That's kind of all I wanted to say for this video. If you guys want to look at the trees for a minute. So, spirit whom I'm speaking of also doesn't always choose to come to the house. He does his own thing. If I ask him to come, he's like, nah, I want to be out here. And I can't blame him. I mean, I'd rather be around the trees if I was a ghost. Seriously. But anyway, you guys tell me what kind of experience you've had with spirits. What kind of experience do you think spirits will be more vague, or do you have more direct contact with them? Do they come to you in your dreams? I've never had a spirit come to me in my dreams. If they have, they never really made it specific. So, anyway, that's kind of all I wanted to tell you guys. Also, I should let you know that I've had a little bit of a... Well, I've been very busy this week. It's been very confusing, work-wise and everything, and, you know, you guys understand. If you work in retail, you probably get it, but, like, stuff, you know, we're just going back to our normal schedule, not even. Hello, mosquito, I did not welcome you here. Hello, bye. But, you know, things are confusing, and I just hope you guys are okay, and just be strong. That's all I can say right now. So, I hope you guys are doing well. Toodaloos, it's the Mad Bartis, and I hope you have a magical evening. Ta-ta.